Hello and welcome. My name is Christoph and I'm your IT career guide. In today's video, I want to talk about AI, artificial intelligence, and why and how you should use it to advance in your IT career or to break into IT or really to develop the right career path and career success for yourself. So let's take a look at artificial intelligence and how and why you should use it. So first of all, you should use it because all your peers are using it, other companies are using it. So if you are not using it, you will be left behind, maybe not immediately, but over time. So it's very important for you to stay up to date with this type of technology or artificial intelligence because the world is changing around you and you need to adapt if you want to be successful in information technology. So how should you use it? So first of all, there are a couple of different areas where you need to look into the use of artificial intelligence and how it applies to those areas. So as an example, let's start looking at your resume and how you apply for jobs. I'm not saying you should start immediately looking for a new job because now you're using AI, but it's part of the job search. It's part of how you advance in IT. Too often you really have to change jobs and companies to get the raise that you deserve and to advance in your career. So you should take advantage of AI in that specific category because take the job description, dump it into ChatGPT as an example, and then have ChatGPT create the appropriate cover letter for you and to adjust your resume to it. So ChatGPT will help you with that as an example. The next thing there is as well, when you send a cover letter, it really needs to be customized to the company and based on your skill set. So it's very important not to have a very generic cover letter, but for every single application that you send out, you should have a customized cover letter and really take advantage of the job description and how ChatGPT and other artificial intelligence tools can help you to customize the cover letter to stand out and to pass really the applicant tracking systems that are trying to filter you out before you can even talk to a human being. So I talked about cover letter, and that leads me to the next topic related to artificial intelligence and how you should use it to advance in IT. So communication. Communication is a skill set and not everyone really is well versed in how to communicate appropriately. And I'm talking about writing, potentially even then holding a speech or a presentation. So communication skills can be learned and you should invest some time into those type of skills, but you can accelerate that process by using ChatGPT and other artificial intelligence tools to really write better emails. So let's say you are a system administrator, you are trying to describe a certain problem, a situation. So you write everything down and you're not sure how really it comes over. So take that text that you did, put it into ChatGPT, and then ask the artificial intelligence to rewrite your email or to rewrite your document and then describe the audience. So if you send it to a non-technical end user, you want to really have the communication adjusted so that the non-technical user can understand it. If you are writing to a manager, you want to come over as professional, that you know what you're doing, and also help the manager to come to the right decision. So what is your point that you're trying to make when you write that email? So take the content that you wrote, put it into the artificial intelligence, let's say ChatGPT, and ask it to rewrite that email with a certain audience and goal in mind. And then reread what you get back and try to understand what is different to what you have written before, and then really make a decision, okay, this sounds better. Sometimes these tools go way overboard, and if you say, please write a very nice email, blah, 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 and you get this wishy-washy result back. So try it a couple times to make sure that when you send that email, when you hit that send button, that it's really the right version that you want to send, that it really reflects what is your goal of this message that you're trying to send. And that's another piece with communication. Often we communicate without really having the goal defined of what are we trying to achieve. You also want to sound professional, and that's the other reason. Just make sure that your email sounds professional, that you're not pushy, that you're not too direct. Really, depending on the audience, you have to make adjustments, and these tools can help you. Since we're at the topic of writing, you can use artificial intelligence tools to write documentation. You can write SOPs. So SOPs are standard operating procedures. You can write those, you can write FAQs, you can write documentation of a system that you just put into production, and. So create documents, use these tools, make your own life easier. As an example, if you want to have an emergency response plan, ask the artificial intelligence tool of your choice to write an emergency response plan, and then you can go and adjust it to your specific needs, to your work environment where you are and what is important to you. You can dump it back into the tool and then make adjustments. So you go through iterations, and it really provides you with a good framework. So it really helps you to shine when you then submit these documents for a review to your manager or to your peers or to a compliance department. So take advantage of these tools because they can speed up the process. Instead of writing this for days and weeks, you can probably hammer a few documents out in a couple of hours, make sure that they look professional, and then send them off and let the other people look at them and potentially come back to you, depending on what it is, of course. So now that we looked at this from the communication and writing skill as an example, let's say you work at a help desk. Why not use ChatGPT, Bard, Bing with OpenAI to help your job? So let's say you get a call, you have to do some troubleshooting. You're not really sure what to do. You just dump the question into the artificial intelligence tool of your choice. You get an answer back. And often this can really help you. You don't have to memorize everything anymore. Just put it into ChatGPT again as an example, and then take the response back and guide the user that called in or opened the ticket to resolve the issue. Let's say you're a system administrator and you need to write scripts to do your work. Have ChatGPT and the other tools write PowerShell scripts for you or any other type of coding language, or have them review your code and then test it and make sure that, yes, you have covered everything, or maybe there's a better way of doing things. So take advantage of these tools. So it doesn't just have to be writing code from scratch. Take existing scripts, open source scripts, put them into the AI tools, and then have them customize it for you, for your specific needs. So maybe there's a script that creates user accounts in Microsoft 365 and you don't have any other tools of how to automate the process, but now you also want to add this new user account to a distribution list, or you want to add it to a SharePoint site security group. So ask the tool, okay, this is a script, now I want to add these additional pieces. What do I need to add to the script? So last but not least, artificial intelligence is not just ChatGPT or Bard or Bing with OpenAI. There are different tools or providers that can help you to get even more value out of these tools. So as an example, I'm a ChatGPT Plus subscriber. I pay $20 per month just to have some additional functionality and features available. Also, I get access to features that are not available in the free version. But that's just one of the tools I'm using. So you can use, I mentioned this already, Bard or Bing with OpenAI. But of course, there are other third-party services that provide additional value. Look at those and just think beyond of those three well-known tools. So as an example, there are plugins available for ChatGPT, and one of those is called ChatPDF. You can put a PDF file into the artificial intelligence tool, have it review it, and then provide you, let's say, with a summary out of it. Or you could use this when you're studying for certain exams, as an example, to create flashcards for studying. So that's just one way. PDF files also come in handy. Let's say it's a manual for a certain product, software application, hardware, whatever it is. Just put the PDF file in there and then get a summary or just important filtered information out of this tool instead of you having to go through hundreds of pages of documentation to take advantage of this. The next one I want to mention is called Taskade. And it can help you really to manage your day-to-day tasks and responsibilities. Kind of like Notion, which uses an ChatGPT 3 version. Taskade actually hooks into ChatGPT 4, so you get more functionality and features out of it. And again, you can create daily task lists so that you can manage your day-to-day activities and go faster and more efficient through your day. Then there's Plus AI, which you can use in combination with Google Slides. It helps you to create better slides. And now you may say, okay, but we use Microsoft 365 and not Google Slides. So you could use your personal Google Slides account to create a slide deck and then convert it for Microsoft PowerPoint. So there are quite a few options available here. One last great tool that I want to point out is called summarize.tech, and this is where you can take a YouTube video and this tool will summarize everything from this YouTube video for you. So instead of watching a 25-minute video about how to do certain things in Python or in Active Directory, this thing will summarize it for you. So if you're using YouTube for studying as an example and the YouTube video is available to the public, this could be a great way really to, shorten the process of not having to watch the video and just get the summary out of it and move you forward in more efficient ways to be productive. So that's the idea really for this video. Use artificial intelligence where it makes sense. So that's it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I appreciate that as well if you would. And then I would say, I see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.